So Creon, of course, a win in the BBL Trophy quarter-final against Solent Kestrels last Friday. What did you think of your team's performance?
I think great, really good performance. Defensively we locked in. Still had some lapses that we know we need to improve on. But one of the stats I was really happy about was the 21 assists. If we're going to be aiming to make the playoffs and move to the finals of the trophy, I think passing the ball and sharing the ball is going to be a key thing, because we know that we've got a few players that can light it up.
And of course now you're back in BBL Championship action with 3 games in 5 days, starting with the London Lions here at SSP on Wednesday. How do you prepare for a Lions team that have such a deep roster with so much talent?
Well, yeah, as you're saying, 3 games in 1 week, it's not going to be easy, but it is what the schedule is, because of obviously the COVID situation that we had, and just trying to get all the games fitted in. We know Lions are a really good team. They're coming off a loss, so they're not going to want to lose back-to-back games. So they're going to come in here hungry, and we're going to have to be at our best. But because we got 3 games, the big focus is going to be on us and what our principles are offensively and defensively, in order for us to be successful this weekend.
And you found some depth now on your bench, with Ryan Richards really embracing that 6th man role, Cameron Hildreth coming off the bench frequently as well. Do you think that might make a difference against Lion? You can match them with a strong second unit?
I think that the key part's going to be, our 10 guys perform, not taking away from what Cam and Ryan's performances have been, but it's going to take all 10 guys contributing, because it's a lot of minutes to play in a short period of time. And it's also how we start the games. We had a totally different starting 5 for the game against Solent. We'll see where we are fitness-wise for the game against Lions, and obviously that will have a knock-on effect for when we do go to Bristol. But it's about us trying to stick to our principles, and the depth will definitely help us with all these games coming up.
And of course, like you just mentioned, away to Bristol and then Cheshire to round out the week. It's a famous phrase in basketball called load management. Is that something you're going to have to think about going into this week?
We playing with our backs against the wall. We know that. We pushed in a corner, and we got ourselves there, and we got to get ourselves out of it. So everybody's just going to play full out. We can't look ahead to Bristol until we've done all we can to get a good result against Lions, and then once we get onto that Bristol game, it's about doing all we can before focusing on Cheshire. It's a big weekend for us, and I've said to the guys, we need to have some amazing performances, and if we have some amazing performances from a group of guys, then hopefully that will be enough to get us some important wins.
And finally, Lacey James has now been here for a few weeks. He had 14 rebounds in the game against Solent, 7 on the offensive boards. Has he been the player you were hoping he was going to be when you brought him in?
The key thing that we wanted from Lacey was for him to be able to perform defensively, and obviously to help us in that rebounding department, which he has definitely done. Now it's just about little touches offensively, and I feel that he can still give us 10 points on the offensive end at a high percentage, but the rebounding has been absolutely great.
Ryan, you're into the BBL Trophy semi-finals. How are you feeling after that win over Solent?
Amazing. Really proud of the guys. We showed that we're kind of finally stringing everything together. We're buying in, we're believing in each other, and I'm really excited to get a chance to compete for my first bit of silverware in the BBL. So I'm really excited.
And of course, Creon made that adjustment where you now come off the bench and lead that second unit, and you found a lot of success in the last few games doing that. Are you enjoying that role, and what have you had to do to buy in and maybe change the way you're used to playing as a starter?
I mean, I love it. I actually came to Creon before the Glasgow game and said to give Dre a chance. I feel like he's young, got huge upside, huge talent, and I think it was what we needed. We needed that fresh legs, fresh blood, and he did a great job, and I'm proud of him. And for me, I love it. I've always loved being kind of a microwave scorer, if you want to call it that. I've always enjoyed it. It's difficult for guys, you bring a guy off the bench to say, hey, we're going to go through this guy, and the guys have bought in and they've given me the ball and they've believed in me, and I'm enjoying it, and I'm hoping to continue it the rest of the season and to bring that with wins and silverware.
And of course, heading into this week, you've got 3 games, starting off with the London Lions on Wednesday, and as you know full well, they have so much talent on that roster. What's your game plan going into that one?
I think it'd just be us. I think, we don't play to anyone. I think on paper we're just as good as any team in the league. We're figuring it out. It's been tough. Creon's done a good job, and it's clicking, and it's finally getting there. But with my experience of playing around the world at all levels, you've got to stick to who you are. You don't change for anybody. And I think if we buy in and we do what we're supposed to do, it's going to be a great game. All respect to them, but I definitely think we can get the win.
So that combination with you and Mondre and Lacey, of course, you're three very different bigs. Do you think that dynamic works for the team than what you've got right now?
Yeah, I think it works really well. I can play with kind of any type of big that you want, really. I think Lacey brings a lot of energy. He's strong like a bull. He's going to get downhill, and he's young and he listens. And Dre the same. He's young, great. They both got great motors. They listen. They want to get better. So I think with us three, I think our bigs. I know that our three best bigs we have the best bigs in the league. There's no question about it. It's now putting it together. It's now figuring it out, getting on the same page, and hopefully that brings wins.